As you can see, the development is going quite well. I did not implement Genghis Khan yet, but I've added some other stuff. I felt the urge to bully my NPCs, so I added a push animation to the player and I wrote some more code and started shoving people around. This honestly felt great and will likely be a core game mechanic. I made the titanium biceps augment increase the amount of push force applied when shoving stuff, so without it, NPCs will just get staggered and slide back. I got bored of my NPCs just standing around, so I sketched out a little routine for them both. Peter's routine was easy to implement, as he already had a skeleton and a weight painted mesh. As for Lewis, the target of the first mission, he was a bit more stubborn. I found that exporting stuff from Blender is an art form, and I'm no Picasso. After some trial and mostly error, I gave Lewis the base mesh and skeleton, and that worked. The only issue was that with his texture applied to the wrong model, he now looked like a discarded Power Ranger with his crotch exposed. Nevertheless, Lewis is also walking around now. I added some lights to the level and finished up Peter's patrol route. I did the same for Lewis, but for some reason he didn't want to walk. Prick. Turns out I just forgot to add his waypoint node in the editor. I also gave Lewis super speed because he looked like a Power Ranger, and because I thought it'd be quicker to test his patrol route. It turns out my waypoint system didn't account for height differences, and Lewis was trying to reach the last waypoint from underneath it. This was easily solved by adding the y-axis to the distance check. I then thought it would be cool if the NPCs had different dialogue trees depending on what outfit the player is wearing. NPCs won't speak to staff the same way they will VIPs and so on. I then started writing some dialogue, and writing good dialogue when you're not in the right mindset is very, very difficult. I was not in the right mindset, and if a game has several different dialogue trees depending on this and that, and all this stuff is dynamic, all that stuff doesn't matter if the writing itself is shit. I then got sidetracked and made grabbable objects have behaved differently depending on their weight and material. The damage from getting hit by a thrown object is now calculated by its weight and speed. After this, I started adding more guests and accidentally created an in-engine PowerPoint presentation. Making them all blind made performance normal again, so it was clear I had to optimize their vision cone. A while back, one of my friends pointed out that my entire game is based on a scene in Family Guy where Brian and Stewie go back in time. I just laughed it off as a coincidence, but now I just realized I named two of my main NPCs in the first mission Peter and Lewis, and I'm now afraid this might turn into a Family Guy parody game. Anyways, that's a problem for a later day. Thanks for watching.